Hello, welcome to Holy Tea with Ellen. This week marks the beginning of the season of Lent around here at church. Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. There are currently scheduled worship services at noon and 6:30. You may or may not be aware that we're expecting some inclement weather over the next 24 hours. We will decide by noon tomorrow, if not before, whether or not we will be holding evening services if it's deemed unsafe to do so or not. So be looking for those announcements. The current plan is to proceed as planned. We have been preparing for the meal that begins at 5. It's a free meal. You don't need to bring anything. Just come with your hunger and you will be fed. So between 5 and 6:30, there's a meal in the fellowship hall, and there will be dessert in the cafe and coffee, and then at 6 p.m. There will be prelude music in the worship space to get us ready for Ash Wednesday. Of course, Ash Wednesday is a service where we are marked with the sign of the cross using ash and reminded of our own mortality, our own humanity, that we are dust and to dust we shall return. It's really a moving service. I enjoy it every year, which I know may be a little morbid to say, but it's so experiential. I mean, that how can you deny the reality of that when you're wearing an ash cross on your head? So it's a great one for families to come and explore. So let's hope the weather moves on out of here and we can still gather tomorrow to mark the beginning of this season. In the Holy Tea email, there are some updates on the changes to our schedule during this Lenten season. There are some weeks off that are a little strange, so be paying attention to the calendar and make sure before you come that there is programming for you to participate in. As always, if you show up on a worship week for church school and you didn't realize it was a worship week, that's fine. That's part of what we hope will happen, that you'll be surprised by an opportunity to worship as a family. So that's never a problem. Also know that we stream our 10 a.m. worship service every week, so that is an opportunity for you to worship together. So all that is to say, take a look at our calendar for church school and confirmation, youth choirs, those kinds of things. There's several weeks that are a little different in this season, so be paying attention to that. I'm going to be using this resource as part of my Lenten devotion that I'm going to share with you each week in Lent. As you can see, I've got it all marked up. I'm going to share just the first couple pages with you. I find the illustrations beautiful. So this is Make Room, A Child's Guide to Lent and Easter by Laura Allery, illustrated by Anne Buhayan. I'm sorry if I brutalized that name. So this first page says, "This is the season of Lent. The church is dressed in purple." The world outside has its own seasons and its own colors. These days we're in the gray time between winter and spring. Some mornings the puddles are frozen hard, and the bare branches of the trees scrape a snow-white sky. And other days the air is warmer, ice is melting, and the air smells faintly of damp earth and rotting leaves. Under the ground, seeds and bulbs are sleeping, dreaming shades of green. We are all waiting for spring. In church, we are waiting too, waiting for Easter. While we wait, we get ready. So, we hope that you have talked at home about the ways you're going to observe the season. There are Lenten devotionals available for adults, and there's always resources that accompany our church school lessons that you can use at home to reflect on the season. It's a nice time to kind of pause and take stock and reflect upon our faith and our relationship with God and each other. So I invite you into that space this week. We will hope to see you tomorrow evening, Ash Wednesday, for that worship service and a meal. Peace be with you.